I've been tagged. My buddy over at Cooking with Doug tagged me to do the 5-question challenge. So I'm taking you up on your tag, Doug, and we are going to answer the 5-question challenge, and we're going to do a channel update. So join me. The kitchen is open, and let's do the tag. So I was tagged by my good buddy Cooking with Doug, and Doug is great. He is just like me. We are both gadget freaks. He does a lot of testing of all kinds of different kitchen appliances and gadgets, and he mostly cooks on his gadgets and not on his stove. Me and Doug get along really well because we both love kitchenware. And so if you've never watched Cooking with Doug's videos, go check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. He's a great guy, a great cook, and he loves kitchen stuff. So Doug, thanks for the tag, and let's get busy. So the very first question is, which 3 YouTubers inspire you the most? I had to write these down so I remember. The 3 YouTubers that inspire me the most. Well, I can tell you that I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't even watch TV anymore. I just watch YouTube because I can target exactly what I want to watch on any one day, and my interests vary. I watch everything from funny videos to cat videos to cooking videos to everything on photography, video. I even watch, silly little food challenges. So my interest in terms of YouTube is really varied. So the first YouTuber that inspires me is Tony and Chelsea Northrup. They have a channel that is all focused on photography, and they do some video. And I'm really interested in that because I want to improve my photography skills. My photography skills are really bad, and you guys probably know that when you see some of my food photography photos. It's getting better with the help of people like Tony and Chelsea, but I have a long way to go. And it's frustrating for me because I'm not, like, deep down, I don't think of myself as being a creative. When I take a temperament test, I'm an ESTJ. I'm an organized, logical thinker, and creativity is really, really far off of my spectrum. So when you're talking about me trying to challenge myself, I think one of my biggest challenges is, sparking my creativity wherever that is in my being. It's buried in there pretty deep. So, I think when I watch a lot of other people who are really creative, I think it inspires me because I really, really am trying to develop myself in that. And photography is definitely one of those areas. I'm slowly learning to get an eye for it. And I feel like I cannot develop my skills until I really know what's good and bad and develop an eye for photography. So I'm sort of at that stage where I'm trying to do that. So my very first YouTuber that inspires me is Tony and Chelsea Northrup. So the next YouTuber that inspires me is someone I've been watching, started watching just recently. His name is Dale Calder. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And I'll put a link to them in the description. Dale he lives up in Canada in a very remote area that gets a lot of snow. And he's got a regular house, but off on his property, he also has sort of an off-grid cabin that he goes to, and he rides out storms in. So he does a lot of cooking in this cabin. He does bread baking. He does all kinds of stuff in this cabin, and it's basically him and his dog. And the way he talks, and he's so, like, kind of a gentle soul who's very, his voice is very soothing and very releases my stress. And sometimes when I get really stressed, I automatically think, oh, I just want to move into the woods, right? I want to get away from everything. I'm just going to dump all my stuff and go live in a cabin somewhere. And I think, of course, that is not a reality for me. So I think watching people like Dale, who have made that jump and are doing that, sort of helps ground me and makes me feel like I'm getting a part of that, even though I can't actually do it. And finally, the third YouTuber that inspires me among thousands that are out there is Roberto Blake. And I've been watching Roberto since I started making video. Because as you guys know, I am not a video person, I am not a photographer, and I'm not even really a cook. I'm learning to do these things all simultaneously. So my very first video, if you go back and watch my first video, we did a smoked jalapeno out when we were on a camping trip. And if you watch that video, it's hideous.
No tripod.
No tripod. I'm not that great in front of the camera now, but I was really bad in front of the camera. I wasn't even talking to the camera. And I have come a long way. And part of my coming a long way is watching people like Roberto. His channel is all about making video, how to improve your channel, how to grow your audience, all that fun stuff. And he has been really influential on me on how I approach doing videos. And I really appreciate all his help. And he's a great guy. So if you are into video, he might be someone you want to check out. His name is Roberto Blake. Okay, so the next question for me was very hard to answer because my first response is nothing. Question number 2 is, what 3 things are you good at? And when you try to think about, oh, what are you good at? It's very hard to say what I'm good at because I'm very critical of myself. So I don't think I'm good at anything. And I ask Eric and he rambles off these things and I'm just like, I don't really think of myself as good at it. But I did come up with 3 things. Okay, so my first thing of what I'm good at is sort of driven by Eric because Eric has this personality where he will want to do a lot of things, but he just doesn't, make them happen, right? So he'll say, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. And like months later, nothing happens, right? And I'm sort of like the one in our relationship that pushes him. So sometimes I just drop it on him. Like the very first thing is we wanted to put a deck. We had a house and we wanted to put a little small deck because I wanted to put a hot tub on it. And it was like, okay, we want to do this. We want to do this. But to get him, to motivate him to do that, it just wasn't happening. So what did I do? I just made it happen. I showed up with a truckload of sand and I had it in the driveway and he was at work and I called him up and I said, uh-oh. And he was like, what? And I said, well, I spent $5. And he was like, oh, you couldn't have gotten too much trouble, right? And I told him, okay, that $5, I bought a truckload of sand and sitting in the driveway. So because now we have a truckload of sand, now it's time to put in this deck, right?
She's 100% right on that. But part 2 of that was we went to Home Depot, bought a jacuzzi, and the day before the jacuzzi was going to be delivered, I had a final or a midterm. I had to get my mom to help me build this deck so we'd have a thing to put the jacuzzi on. Amy didn't tell you that part of the story, did she?
Bye. The other things that I'm good at. Number 2, obviously I'm good at shopping, right? I've always been good at shopping, but I'm a bargain hunter. I love to research. Half of the thing about me shopping is I like to hunt, right? My third thing that I'm good at is sort of just figuring stuff out. So when I have a mission that I want to do something, I don't care what it is. People try to get in your way. Things try to get in your way. Everything tries to get in your way. And I have this, I'm an innate, I innately like to figure things out. I critically think about stuff. I research it and I figure out how to get it done. And that's one thing that I'm good at. I think when I decided to make videos, one of the things is, okay, how do I make a video? I figured it out myself. I taught myself Premiere Pro. I taught myself everything I needed to, I reached out to a lot of people, but I gathered the information to get it done. So I think I'm good at figuring stuff out. So the next question is, what 3 things are you excited about? And first and foremost, I'm excited about you guys. I'm excited about my YouTube channel. I'm excited about the direction it's going, and I'm excited about my viewers. I really appreciate all your support in my little hobby. I just surpassed 40,000 subscribers, and yay, right? And 7 million views. I'm on my way to 8 million views. My next goal would be 50,000 subscribers and 10 million views. Never, ever in my wildest dreams did I think that I would ever be where I am right now with my videos. I have a long way to go and a lot of improvements that I need to make. And, you know, a lot of it is everything from camera work to lighting to my camera presence to everything. But I've come a long way. That's all I got to say. I'm also excited about cooking. One of the reasons I'm excited about cooking is I don't know how to cook, right? I get so many comments that say, Amy learns to cook. Amy already knows how to cook. And I know how to cook some things, but there's so many dishes out there that I've never cooked. And I always feel frustrated that, you know, my core of recipes that I know how to do is so limited. And I feel like there's so much that I want to cook. It's maybe just this never-ending thing about cooking because you're always learning. So I'm excited about what kind of dishes I can learn to make. I like to, you know, stick with a lot of traditional things so I can build on my skills with the basics. And that's what I plan to do, right? My final thing that I'm excited about, and this is a long way off, but it is on the way. I'm going to write a cookbook, and it's going to come out as an ebook, and eventually it will come out in print, but I need to learn how to do that. And my cookbook is going to be self-published, so I have to develop the recipes. The recipes in it are going to be different than anything I've cooked on the show, so it's just a matter of having time to develop the recipes, what kind of content I want in it, and then learning the self-publishing process. So eventually it will be available in ebook and in print, but I need to learn how to do that. So I need to take my, one thing that I'm good at is figuring it out, right? And I will do that. What 3 things do I like to do to relax? Well, I have a hard time relaxing. I have a hard time relaxing, and I do that to myself. As you guys know, I work a full-time job, more than a full-time job. I commute a long way. I live in an area where it has almost the worst traffic in the country, and I get up at 4:30 a.m. every day, and I do not get home till almost 7. So sometimes people wonder maybe why I haven't got things done as fast as I am. Why can't I put out videos as fast as I really would like to? How, you know, maybe I'm slack sometime on answering the comments, or why I'm slacking on my website. And it's just, I have a regular full-time job. YouTube is just a hobby for me. So it is what it is, right? So I do what I can do. So my 3 things that help me relax: number 1, camping and picnicking. We have an RV. I love to go out. We're going out in a couple weeks, and I can't wait. We don't get to take it out as often as we should or want to, but even if you don't have an RV and you don't camp, just pack some stuff and go down to your local park and have a picnic. I love to do that. I don't get to do it that often, but that's one way I get to relax. Shopping is a way that I relax. I love to just go out. I go places where I know that, you know, like TJ Maxx, right? Where you go in there and you never know what's going to be there, and it's just like a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find or at what prices. So I really like doing that. And I actually watch YouTube a lot to relax. I don't watch TV anymore. We do have cable or Fios or something like that. And to be honest with you, I haven't turned our TV on in maybe 3 or 4 times in the last year. I watch YouTube primarily, and so that's how I relax. I relax by watching people like Dale, who live up in Canada, and bake bread in his little cabin. So the next thing is I'm supposed to tag 5 YouTubers to do this, this tag. So my very first YouTuber that I'm going to tag, and he is a YouTuber even though he doesn't have any videos, is Eric. Eric, you're doing this tag. I tagged him last time and he failed to do the tag. So I'm tagging him now. He has no videos posted on his channel, and I don't know how he has like 50 subscribers. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, so Eric can do the tag. He can either post it on my channel or his own, whatever he wants to do. I also want to tag the Hillbilly Kitchen. She tagged me, and she hasn't been putting out a lot of videos, and I really love her content. And hopefully she's getting going again. I see that she posted another video recently, and maybe she'll do this tag right back to her. And she's really great. If you're interested in going to take a look at any of these YouTubers, I'll put a link in the description. I'm also tagging Soulful Tea. I've started watching her recently. She is unbelievable. She does this thing that's called On the Couch, and she talks about a lot of issues. She does a lot of cooking, and she has a personality that she's just like a down-home DC kind of cook, and I just absolutely love her. So I'm tagging Soulful Tea. I'm also tagging Katie Cooks and Crafts. Katie, we've been subscribed to each other's channels for a long time. We live, I believe, near each other, and I really like her content. She's really down to earth, and I'm tagging her. I'm also tagging someone that's sort of outside the cooking realm. I'm tagging Wani over at Wani's house. I watch her a lot. I watch a lot of, you know, interior type videos, tablescapes, all that kind of stuff, because that's another hobby of mine. Wani does a lot of tablescapes. I really like her videos. She's such a sweet lady, and so Wani, I'm tagging you. Finally, number 6, I'm tagging you, right? I'm tagging absolutely everyone. If you have a YouTube channel, I want you to do the 5-question tag. If you don't have a YouTube channel, get out your phone and do them, because I want to learn about you guys. So I'm tagging you, right? Everyone is tagged with the 5-question tag challenge. So with the tag, thank you, Cooking with Doug. I really appreciate the tag. This was a lot of fun, and check out his channel because he's a really, really nice guy. Okay, some quick channel updates. I haven't done a channel update video in a long time. I figured I would just put it at the end of here so you kind of know what's going on with my channel. I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for dealing with all our shenanigans, all our ups and downs with doing our videos. It is such a fun hobby. I really wish we could do it more. But you guys know I work a full-time job, so we do what we can do, but we have fun anyway in the process. We love to cook. We love to play with gadgets and toys. I really appreciate all the people that have sent me things for us to test. We have a great time with that, and I hope that it's useful for you. Most of my product reviews and stuff, I'm just coming as a home cook. I have no other motivation. I don't get anything other than they send me the product, and you guys know I got a pan room full of stuff. I don't really need anything. So when someone sends me something, it's just my pure 100% love for kitchen gadgets. And if I can get a hold of anything expensive, luxury, you know, budget friendly, even a little cheap little dorky thing, I absolutely love to test everything out that comes my way. So that's that, right? So my updates. I do have a website that I'm working on. My current website is a website that I put up just when I had no idea what I'm doing. And it's pretty much a flat website. I am building a new website. It's going to have a recipe database with all my recipes in it. It's going to have a section for the pan room. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's kind of slow because I'm learning to do web and building the site at the same time. So even though I may have said something a few months ago about my website, it's a slow going process. I'm learning a lot along the way in the process. Second channel update. If you have anything you want to see me cook, you have a family recipe, send it to me. And I can see if I can test it. Maybe I can do a video on it. I am learning to cook just like everybody else. And I, like to get inspiration from everywhere. So if there's something you want to see or something that you love to cook, let me in on it. And maybe if there's a dish that you had at a restaurant, maybe I can deconstruct it and we can try to rebuild it and replicate it. My other updates is I have 2 organization projects going on. One is the pan room and one is the pantry. Because you guys know recently I've got a lot of different things. I got mixers coming out the walls, right? And I have knives and everything else. And right now my pan room is a hot mess. And I am going to do another tour of my pan room. I did one at least a year ago. And since then the pan room is boom, right? So as soon as I get it under control and get it to where I can do another tour, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to be doing a pantry reorganization, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I did that one time before, and guess what? My pantry's blown up again. Yet again, it's blown up. So we have that coming up. So we also have a camping trip coming up in a couple weeks. We have an RV, and we're going to be taking it out. We might do a little vlog. So you can see us camping and what we do and do maybe a couple of cooking videos. Haven't planned that out yet, but that's coming up. So I do have a Facebook group. I have a personal Facebook page and I have a Facebook group for Amy Learns to Cook. It's not that active, but my intention is to make it a lot more active. So I will leave a link down to my Facebook group. Right now, there's a small group of people in there. There's not a lot of chatter going on, but we're going to change that, right? So my Facebook group, link down in the description. Go ahead and click that and I'll approve you into the group and let's start talking about cookware and gadgets and electrical appliances and everything cooking, right? I plan to make that a really fun group and I'm committed to that. So my Facebook group, link down in the description. So I hope you enjoyed this 5-question challenge tag. Thank you again, Cooking with Doug. I really appreciate it. I love doing these challenges. Thanks for sitting through my channel updates. If you like this video, subscribe below. Give me a like. If you don't like the video, subscribe below. Give me a like, right? Click the little bell so you'll get notifications of when we do uploads in the future. Also, my website is AmyLearnsToCook.com, and Twitter and Pinterest, I'm also at AmyLearnsToCook.